this is going to be incredibly embarrassing, but on God, I did not realize that this character and this character in the Battle Pass were two different characters. I genuinely didn't realize that these were different women because their designs are just so fucking generic. Okay, normally I like to cut out the glide down, but honestly, this is such a cool looking glider that I kinda wanted to show it off. So, hey guys, it's Beth, and once again we have another day of upload recording session. Now you may be wondering, why? Why would I do that to myself? Well, the answer is very simple, and one that many people will not enjoy, and that's the fact that I'm tired constantly. And you may say, oh, you don't work that much, and oh, you're just a YouTuber and Twitch streamer, and a writer, and you know, you do all these for not money, so clearly it's not a real job. Like, listen, man, I wish it was a real job, because then I could have a better excuse for why I feel like this. Because the fact is, like, even though I am approaching the ability to monetize on Twitch, which would be genuinely life-changing, I'm just not there yet. I wish I was. Unfortunately, I am not. But, you know, yeah, I guess I don't really deserve to be tired. I don't do enough in order to warrant being tired, I guess. I mean, like, I do my best. I really try, but there's not a lot that I can do other than just say, yeah, I'm tired all the time, a lot, and I've taken meds for it. I've, done my absolute best to not, be in a position where I'm constantly in pain, but hey, unfortunately that's just not how it works a lot of the time. As much as I wish I could just say, oh, I'm taking, like, proper vitamins, eating better, exercising, X, Y, and Z. As much as I would love to say, oh, yeah, they solve all your problems, they don't. I haven't exercised as much as I probably should. I mean, just recently I started, and by recently I mean, like, last night, I started doing, more stretches, and I intend to continue that because I have a knot in my shoulder that I was super worried. I was like, oh my god, is this, like, actually, like, a cancerous tumor? And then I found out, no, it's literally just, like, I looked it up of what it could be, and it's literally in, like, when you search up a fucking, like, muscle knot, it is the first result is exactly where it is, and the description matches, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes more sense, I suppose. Like, I'm still technically young and relatively healthy. The way that my doctor puts it is that considering my family history, I'm as healthy as I could reasonably be. Which I suppose isn't, like, it's not a great statement, it's not an endorsement, but, like, if I do my best, what do you expect? But yeah, like, ever since I noticed, like, the chronic pain and fatigue earlier in the year and realized, oh, that's not how normal people feel all the time, well, damn. I've been taking vitamins, I've been doing my best to maintain, like, a better caloric intake and such, it's not been the most helpful thing in the world, I'll be honest. It, like, improvement, obviously, like, it's very much an improvement, but it's not a magical thing. I think I'm just, like, stuck being in pain pretty much forever, and I just have to hope that, you know, things get better around me to the point where I can live the way I do without having constant worries. Because Lord knows, like, my parents are never going to, like, my parents are never gonna fucking believe anything with chronic pain. Why the fuck would they? You know, none of my illnesses or anything were ever treated seriously as a child, so why would they be treated seriously as an adult? Hell, I'm barely an adult. I don't work as much as them, so I can't be in pain. Aside from the fact that, you know, technically doing, you know, the stuff that I do, which is working from home like this is, you know, I never technically have a real day off. I just, you know, I'm always working or doing something. Like, I am forced to take breaks. That is it. That really is the circumstances. And I'm just like, well, I hope that I can do everything, but I can't always do everything. It's just like, okay. Some days I just wake up in too much pain to go to work, but that's fine. No one would ever fucking believe me if I just said that, though, so I have to keep going. Oh, but you're fat, so you can't actually have any medical issues at all. It's actually all just from that. Ignore the fact that everyone in your family history, like literally every family member you have ever known, that aside from the one who literally suffers from anorexia, is fat. Just like, oh, our family with a history of eating disorders and, like, being fat, we are genetically predisposed to being Jesus, man. I could have never fucking told you that, you know? Let's ignore the fact that I went an entire year literally starving myself and, you know, lost literally 0 weight. Yeah. Oh shit, you are doing way more damage. Oh, that's a legendary. Damn. This motherfucker's head is so damn smooth. What the fuck? Why? You can't see shit from behind him. Add some features. Add like a fucking line or something. Motherfucker got a fucking white bowl cut. Okay, this is actually really cool, because when I did this the last time, this glider's effects were green, and now it's white. So I wonder if I select other things, it'll be, like, yellow or pink. I'm gonna have to try that out. I doubt it. I'm betting it's most likely, because these are the same character. Hey, bitch. Stupid-ass dog. Your show stopped being good 2 seasons in. That's mean. It was good longer than that. I'll give you that. It wasn't, it wasn't fine art. But, man, those last few seasons fucking dragged. Like, Christ almighty. Like, I imagine, they did their best on them. I wouldn't say that it was the best. Don't shoot my good friend May. She is my the only good skin of this fucking, what's it called? Of this battle pass. Aside from the Power Rangers ones. And I'm not even really a Power Rangers fan. I have some nostalgia for it. I just never watched it. I remember seeing stuff of it, like, at a friend's house when I was a kid, and I was like, damn, that's kinda sick as hell. And then I never watched it for some reason, because I just didn't like, live-action shows when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you ever want to watch something that's not a cartoon? And now, as I've grown up, I've realized that actually Power Rangers were just fucking, like, live-action cartoons, essentially. Yo, I was actually kinda sick with the movement there. I gotta respect myself. Oh yeah, and I've actually met the White Ranger / Green Ranger, or I don't know if it was this one specifically, but I've met and talked to Johnny Young Bosch of Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Broly. Not the old Broly, the new Broly. I would be upset if I knew the old Broly. I'd be like, really? Come on, man. You're a shitty person. The very unfortunate thing about that entire circumstance is the fact that, even though I forget the dude's name, the original actor for Broly who did like a bunch of stuff for Funimation, if I remember correctly, they 100% used him as a scapegoat when they had far more problem actors than just him. But because he did the worst stuff overall, they just addressed everything by only going after him instead of anyone else. Which is fucked up and unfair to the people who were affected by the other ones, but, corporations and all that. Unfortunately, no matter how bad of a person Sean Schemmel is, I doubt that they're ever going to be divorced from that role. Which is a damn shame. Like, it's awesome that you, like, got rid of a serial abuser, but, it sucks that you did it solely to cover up the issues of other actors from around the same time. It's fucked up. Like, that's the best way to put it. It's fucked up, and it is why, to this day, I will only ever watch Dragon Ball through sub, even though I tend to watch dub overall, because it's a lot easier, and it allows me to do other things while I'm going about my business. Like, as I mentioned earlier, I am constantly attempting to work So, like, if I'm editing or, like, making art assets, I'll be watching something in the background. That way I can't say that I spent my entire life doing nothing but work or doing nothing but watching things. Somehow I'm constantly doing everything, and yet everything in my life I feel like I've wasted. Ah, well. I feel like that's just part of being in your 20s, isn't it? Well, they saved the guy from over here. That's a shame. I wanted to save him. My bug! He wound up on top of the thing. Sorry about that, girly pop. I just hope that, you know, when future government administrations come in, things get better instead of getting worse. Of course, you know, it's going to be an issue of I'm going to constantly be... Christ. I've noticed something, like, when you are in this roly-poly, if you hit any piece of geometry the game doesn't like, you will just, like, see a frame of, like, desync of you spiraling into the atmosphere. Why are there two of those there? What happened? Yeah. Probably going to be harassed by my mother in order to get a different job, even though I like the job that I have, and I think my coworkers and boss are very nice. And I've had genuinely no issues with them ever. And I'm either going to be harassed into finding a new job that I hate, or going back to college and then failing to find a job afterwards, because in reality the entirety of colleges are scams to steal your money at this point. But whatever. You know, the job market and the economy, yeah, definitely things that can be worked around. Job market and such definitely is not just reliant on luck. Definitely reliant on skill and nothing more. Definitely skill-based, what's it called? Yeah, totally. You know, my sister wound up searching for a job for years, and rarely ever got any amount of pushback about that, and then became a manager because, you know, her own boss left. And, you know, that's something that she got through skill, not through being in the right place at the right time. Definitely. Excuse me? That does not make... Come on. Didn't even hit me more than once. And yet, okay. It wouldn't let me go and jump up, so I guess I'll deal with that. Whatever. I don't know. I really don't have any solution to anything. I'm just venting. Which, to be fair, was the entire point of this channel to begin with. And then, you know, I kept trying to do more, and then, you know, it's been slow. And don't worry, people are more than willing to let me know that everything I'm doing here is a complete waste, and that I will never be loved, but hey, that's fine. I've already outlived my own mental life expectancy by several years. I expected to be dead by the time I was 16. The fact that I'm here now, like, over 5 years later, that's surprising to say the least. There's too much good in my life for me to ever justify killing myself. And I've rarely ever struggled with those specific thoughts. Like, it's been bad before, but usually my depression always came in the form of, you know, just constantly being tired, I guess, which, who knows, maybe that was what ended up leading to the fatigue. I wouldn't doubt it. Basically what I'm saying is, life is hard and dear God, I wish it was easier. Like, I don't know at this point. I think at this point, like, I'm committed to not killing myself specifically out of spite. I refuse to be a statistic, no matter how much people may want me to be. Dear God, would I not understand myself if I did it. Like, it would 100% be a situation where I'm like, oh, yep, I get it. I'd get it. I would 100% understand if I ever broke down and did it, but I'm gonna do my best to never do that, because life is worth living and I got good things in it. It's just that it gets hard, and sometimes, or a lot of the time, family stuff does not make things better. It often makes things worse because they don't understand. I wish that I could just continue doing my job forever and be supported off of it. Because the fact is, I do like it. Like, it's not bad. Like, I kinda like doing tedious jobs because it's always the same. Like, I always, like, I have the exact same schedule all the time. I have the same task. I just have to keep doing the same things, and it's fine. There's never anything bad. Like, obviously it's tiring or whatever, but, like, it doesn't cause me immense amount of stress and anguish. Like, I've had some bad fucking jobs in the past. I really have. And hell, I've had really bad frickin' interviews where I was like, even if they call me back, I am not accepting. it's like as soon as a job position starts just like fucking misgendering me like out the gate, even after multiple like, hey, don't call me that, call me my actual fucking name, dickhead. And, like, obviously in a kinder way than they honestly, a kinder way than they deserve, let's be honest. Even through that, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this job. No, it ain't worth it. It's like, that one was the post office, and I was like, wow, if this is how post office workers are treated constantly, then I completely understand the phrase going postal, because I would not be able to last in those conditions. Are you fucking kidding me? That's stupid. That's honestly ridiculous. The fact that they think that they can do that and just like, with no qualms about just being terrible people, they're just like, allow me to just be a complete and utter dickhead for you for no reason. It's like, okay. Like, I can see why there's openings at your position if you're this fucking mean to your workers. Like, I fucking wonder why. Dumb shit. I don't think that job ever actually, like, messaged me back either. I mean, obviously. If you're that openly hostile to a minority in your workplace, that's going to end up happening. Like, obviously. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm not getting any response back from this, pretty obviously. And then, you know, I was just like, alright, let's wait and see. Like, I get letters from them occasionally. Like, I got, after I had applied, they were like, okay, here's, like, stuff for, like, whatever. And I was just like, I just didn't even bother fucking responding. I don't even bother reading that shit, because, like, seriously, that's fucking ridiculous. Of course. Get fucked.